So a lot has been happening behind the scenes of the bantamweight division. Um, this I was not absolutely thinking about at all. Uh, of course, Sean O'Malley, he lost to Marab at UFC Noche, and there's been questions about who he will fight afterwards. Those questions have kind of since been answered because Sean O'Malley was in the crowd of Marab versus Umar, and that kind of I guess signified that O'Malley's going to get another title shot soon. So I don't doubt that Marab fights O'Malley next. Um, there's also other guys. Peter Yan is up there. He's on a roll, and he's pretty close to the title. So you could do O'Malley versus Yan, and then the winner of that gets a shot against Marab. Who really knows? I was looking forward to Sandhagen versus O'Malley. I kind of wanted to see a really high level striking match, and I thought that I would definitely be able to see that in Cory Sandhagen versus Sugar Sean O'Malley. Instead, the UFC has made Deiveson Figueiredo against Cory Sandhagen, which also makes sense. Cory Sandhagen coming off of a loss, Deiveson Figueiredo coming off of a loss, makes sense. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. Cory Sandhagen is capable on the ground, and he is really high level on the feet. I always say Cory Sandhagen is one of the highest fight IQs in the UFC. You can tell that by his YouTube videos. He does a lot of drilling. He does a lot of tutorials. They always look good. Cory Sandhagen is a very smart fighter. I think it's his body that ultimately betrays him at times. You could see that in his fight against Umar Nurmagomedov. He looks great. He was doing his thing against a lot of Umar's takedowns and attempts at ground control. Um, but at certain times Cory would slip up. So it took Cory a while to get the hang of the whole takedown defense at a certain point as well. So I think it's ultimately the body that kind of just betrays Cory at certain points. And in this fight, I think it'll be the same. Uh, I think the striking, it's going to be competitive. Cory, again, is a smart striker, but Figueiredo has that power, man. I don't think Cory has that power. I think Cory has more of that precision to where he lands at such a point that even if it's not thrown with so much power, it's still going to knock a guy out just because of how precise it is, like the tip of the chin sort of punch. But Figueiredo has that power. He's got like so much damn power that he doesn't really need to even land that clean. It could be a little bit off center and still land so hard that it's gonna knock a motherfucker back. Just like he knocked Cheeto back. So I think Figueiredo can get it done on the feet, and I also think Figueiredo can get it done on the ground. His takedowns are really well timed. He's got excellent ground game, and we saw that in his first fight at bantamweight when he fought Cody Garbrandt. So yeah, Figueiredo has this one in the bag. It's a good fight for Figueiredo because then Figueiredo can get back in the win column, maybe get another fight at bantamweight, get another win there, and then challenge for the belt. Because I got to tell you, I would like seeing a bantamweight strap around Deiveson Figueiredo. I really would. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of what he did at flyweight, and I would definitely be a fan of what he does at bantamweight in terms of like title fights. But yeah, the loss against Peter Yan was heartbreaking, but Peter Yan was doing his thing, Um, but Figueiredo was doing his thing in fights before that as well, and I think Figueiredo will definitely do his thing in this fight. Respect to Cory Sandhagen, though, like I said, smart guy, one of the highest fight IQs. I think ultimately when it comes to fight time, it's just the body. That's really what it is. I think Deiveson naturally has more power. I think Deiveson just has better ground game. I think that's just what it comes down to. And in both aspects of the fight, in terms of fighting on the feet and on the ground, I think Deiveson has Cory Sandhagen's number. So for this fight, I could go knockout. I could go knockout win. I could go knockout win, but I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go decision win. I think Deiveson Figueiredo is going to land as many takedowns as he wants to land. And then on the feet, I think he's definitely going to hurt Cory at a couple times. But I think Cory's capable enough to avoid a clean knockout, and I think Cory's also capable enough to avoid a submission. So I think this fight is basically going to be Cory Sandhagen surviving a Davison Figueiredo onslaught. But the fact that Cory is surviving the fight is not enough for him to win the fight. So the judges are going to give it to Davison Figueiredo. So I got Davison Figueiredo in this fight via decision win. It'll still be a fun fight because these are both big bantamweight names. But yeah, Figueiredo just has, in my opinion, the better stats. That's really what it comes down to, and not like stats like specific number stats and nerd stats and shit like that. But he's just got the better fucking skill set, you know, and you could see it in his previous fights, especially at bantamweight itself. So overall, you let me know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next.